Ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Sunrise Sunset Variety Show. Today we have an assortment of theater skits, music, and more to entertain you, all performed by our very own Silver Stars Theater Troupe and our chorus girls from the Sunrise Singers. We ask you to please shut off your cell phones at this time and keep talking to an absolute minimum through the performance. But we do allow laughing with abandon as we share our humorous stories with you. We're dedicating our show this evening to the Silver Stars actor David Williams, who unexpectedly had to bow out of our production due to health reasons after weeks of practicing with us. So David's not able to be with us tonight, but we wanted to dedicate this production to him, and he'll be back with us soon, I'm sure. He's at home recovering right now. Sorry he couldn't be with us, at least to watch it, but these things happen unexpectedly, so the show must go on. So please enjoy the show, everyone, and we are ready to roll.
I'm Jane Reed, and this is 60 Seconds. Today we'll be talking with Henry Smith, who's the Executive Director of the National Zoo in Washington, D.C. Henry, there's been a lot of talk lately about having wild animals as pets. Can you please give us your take on how safe it is to have a wild animal that's been taken from its habitat and make it a pet in the home?
Well, hello, Jane, and thank you for having me on the show. This is absolutely a very serious subject. I would like to make people aware of the many dangers of having a wild animal brought into the home. There's so many factors involved, and if people aren't careful, the results could end in disaster or even be fatal. I would like to state some rules to follow when someone is considering having a wild pet. First, and most importantly...
Oh, I'm sorry. We're all out of time. That was, our 60 seconds is up. I want to thank you for being on the show, Henry. We'll have to invite you again soon to hear what those rules are on taking wild animals and making them into house pets. This is Jane Reed, and you are watching 60 Seconds.
Sisters Dora and Delia are having some trouble with an animal in the garden. After setting a trap to catch the culprit, Delia is surprised to learn that it wasn't a rabbit after all. She calls in the neighbors, Charlie and Clem, to come to the rescue, and now they have another situation to deal with. We present The Wrong Captive.
Ooh, that smell! Can't you smell that skunk? Ooh, that smell! The smell of skunks around you.
Delia, that's some idea you had about setting that box trap for a rabbit. And that was some rabbit you caught.
Well, Dora, how did I know it was going to catch a skunk? Now what do? We've got him out of the garden. We've got to get him out of the garden. He's right between the tomatoes and the cucumbers.
What are we going to do? No, Delia. You were the one with the idea to set the box trap, remember? Now what are you going to do?
Well, say I call Clem and Charlie next door. They seem like nice gents. I bet they would know how to take care of the problem.
Why don't you give them a call?
Well, I will.
Okay.
Oh, hello, Charlie. This is your neighbor, Delia. We have a problem, and I was wondering if you could help us out. Oh, you'll come right over? Oh, thank you so much.
Howdy, ma'am. We understand you have a problem. What can we do for you?
Hello, Charlie. Hello, Clem. Thanks for coming over so quickly. We've got a bit of a problem on our hands.
We've been seeing a rabbit hopping around in our garden, and Delia got the idea of catching him in a box trap. But what she caught wasn't a rabbit, it was a skunk.
A skunk, you say? Well, I guess we can take care of him.
Without spraying on our vegetables?
Ma'am, there isn't anything we can't do. Just leave it to us. We'll go around the garden and take a look at the situation.
Okay.
Oh dear. I hope they can help us.
Well, they seem to think they can.
Okay, here comes Clem, but not Charlie.
Ma'am, we got it all figured out. Charlie is going to run down to the drugstore and pick up some chloroform. If you'll get a small blanket, I will explain what we aim to do.
Well, if you're sure that's a good idea, here's the blanket.
Well, you see, Charlie is good at roping cows, so he figured he'll rope the skunk.
Rope the skunk. But the skunk is in a box trap.
It makes no never mind. He can rope the trap with the skunk in it and then drag it over to the tree. I'll already be up in the tree with the blanket. Then I drop the blanket over the box to make sure the skunk don't see us and use us for a target. Then we can lift the blanket a bit just so the skunk can get a whiff of the chloroform and it'll be out like a light. Then we can relocate it. There's nothing to it. Oh, here comes Charlie.
Okay, Clem, I got the stuff. Let's go get the job done. This won't take much time at all.
Ladies, we shall return.
Good luck. Oh, I sure hope they know what they're doing.
Well, if they don't, we'll surely smell it.
Oh, well, hey, there's a lady with a fancy hat coming our way. I don't think we know her.
Hello, I'm Victoria Fox. Howdy, I'm your new neighbor. Just moved in a few houses over. Sorry I hadn't had much chance to get acquainted. It takes time to settle in, you know.
Hello, Miss Fox. Pleased to meet you. I'm Dora, and this is my sister Delia.
Nice to meet you, ladies. The reason I came over is because I lost my pet. Usually he stays at home, but being new, I suppose he felt he should explore the neighborhood. His name is Petunia. Have you seen him?
Petunia. Well, is it a dog or a cat?
Oh, no. He's neither. He's a skunk.
A skunk!
Yes, he's a skunk, but he's been fixed, and they do make nice pets. I've had him for several years, and I would sure hate to lose him.
Oh my goodness. Did you say he was a skunk?
Yes, have you seen him?
Well, we've not only seen him, we have him. Delia set a box trap last night in the garden, and we caught him in it.
Oh dear, I hope he didn't get hurt.
Well, no, but we have neighbors, and they're in the garden, and,
Why don't I go back to the garden and get my Petunia?
Yes, please do. He's in the box trap with a blanket over it. Oh dear, what do we do now? Suppose Clem and Charlie took him somewhere already.
how are we supposed to know that he was a pet of all things? I wonder if they chloroformed him yet.
She's got back.
Those two nasty men were planning on chloroforming my Petunia, but somehow they messed it up. They must have chloroformed themselves. They are laying on one another, each side of the box, sleeping like babies.
What did you say?
Oh dear, they're not dead, are they?
Oh no, they're just out like a light and still breathing. They should be coming around soon, I think, and I'm sure I got here in time. Now, if you don't mind, I'll take Petunia home, in your blanket. I'll wash it out and bring it back tomorrow. Sorry to have caused this problem for you.
Well, Delia, what are we going to do now? I hope Charlie and Clem are going to be okay.
Oh, look. Oh, here they come now, but the way they're walking, you'd swear they've been drinking. I guess they didn't see Miss Fox. We better not say anything.
No, we better not.
Well, boys, how did everything go?
Everything was fine and taken care of. We fixed that old skunk. He won't be back for a long time. At least not to bother you. Well, except he took off with your blanket.
Oh, never mind that blanket. We just appreciate your help.
Happy to oblige you. Anytime you have a problem, you can count on us.
We should know how to handle skunks. If you notice, there wasn't even a smell.
Yes, you sure took care of that situation efficiently. Isn't that right, Delia?
You sure did, and we appreciate it so much. And by the way, gentlemen, you best stay away from our new neighbor, Miss Fox. She seems a little off.
Well, thanks for that warning, Delia. We need to be looking out for each other in this crazy mixed-up world. You ladies have a nice day now.
You also, Clem and Charlie.
That smell. Can't you smell that skunk? Ooh, that smell. The smell of skunks around you. You.
Back in the day of public pay phone booths with telephones which could be used for a mere dime, you could obtain information or get a number listing from the operator by just dialing 0, and then your dime would spit back out into the little space provided at the bottom when you hung up the receiver. Seldom did this procedure go wrong, but once in a while it would. In this case, it became a major crisis for this male caller. Presenting Operator My Dime.
Operator, well, could you help me place this call? There's someone there I really wanted to talk to. Thank you for your time. Oh, you've been so much more than kind. And please don't take my dime. No, 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 no.
Operator.
Get me the number, please, for a George Kaplan. That's Kaplan at 44 Huguenot Balloon Drive.
That is George Kaplan.
That's right.
That is K as in night, A as in aardvark, P as in pneumonia, L as in luscious, A as in aardvark again, and N as in Newell Post Kaplan, right?
I think so, yes.
Just one moment. I will look that number up for you.
Oh, right. Thank you very much. Operator, if you could try to hurry a little bit.
I'm looking that number up for you now.
I don't mean to rush you at all. It's just that I'm terrifically late, and I thought if I just could get you to help me out and...
Sir, that number is listed in your directory.
Operator, there's no directory here. I swear to high heaven.
Will you please take a pencil and write the number down?
Yes, I promise. I definitely will. Yes.
That number is 6199.
Hello? Hello? Operator? Hello?
Information.
Operator, you collected my dime.
Information is a free service, sir. When you hang up, your dime will be returned to you automatically.
Yes, miss, I know it's usually a free service. But see, in this case, I heard the dime hit those other dimes down in the box. See? I know it's in there, and I wouldn't bother you about a little dime, operator. But in this case, miss, it's my last dime. I have no change left. My car has broken down, and I am already an hour late for a very important appointment. So you can see that Hello? Hello?
Information.
Oh, no. See, the thing is...
Sir, this is information. Exactly what is it you want us to do?
Well, I thought that maybe I could...
I mean, what is the point?
Miss, you have my dime, and I don't have...
We do not have your dime, sir. If you want your dime back, you have to hang up, sir. That's the way it works.
Look, miss, the dime has been collected. I heard it drop, and it went ka-ching, ka-ching. Look, I know that sound. I've heard it all my adult life. The dime is down in there now with all the others, and I just want...
Sir.
Yes?
Information cannot argue with a closed mind. Why don't you try hanging up?
Because I can't take a chance, operator. If I hang up, I'll be out of a dime. Plus, I won't be able to talk to you. You see, I have to be able to, Hello? Look, miss, can I go over your head? Is there another operator I can talk to? A supervisor, maybe?
You wish to talk to a supervisor about your alleged dime?
It's a real dime, and I'm just trying to get you...
Just one moment, sir. I will connect you with the information supervisor.
Operator, listen. Don't touch or jostle any buttons, wires, or switches with your elbow, and cut me off completely.
Information supervisor, may I help you?
I sincerely hope so. Just a few minutes ago, operator...
Excuse me. I am a supervisor.
It's okay. You are excused. One of the other girls in information inadvertently collected my dime, you see. And as I explained to her...
Sir.
Yes?
Well, you see, when you hang up, your dime will be returned to you because this is information. And information is a free service, you see?
Not tonight. It's not a free service tonight. Now look, miss, I'm talking to you as one human being to another. Forget for a minute that you're an operator.
Supervisor.
Whatever. What I'm trying to tell you is that Bell Telephone has stolen my dime. I mean, that's what it comes down to.
Well, sir, if you feel that Bell Telephone has stolen your dime, we'll be happy to return it to you.
This is very important. Thank you very much.
Now, what is your full name and address?
Oh, you're going to send me a lot of stamps, aren't you?
Yes.
And that's a terrific thing. I've gotten stamps from you people in the past, and it's always a swell surprise. But I need that dime now. Can I go over your head? Is there someone else I can talk to?
I could let you talk to Miss Jones, our head supervisor #1, but she won't be able to help you either. But if you insist, I'll connect you.
Yes, please. Get me Miss Jones.
This is super #2, Miss Jones. Can I help you?
Oh, Miss Jones. Yes, thank you. Miss Jones, here is my story.
Oh, yes, I'm here for you.
Miss Jones, a long time ago, one of your operators inadvertently collected my dime.
Yes, I'm listening. Go on.
And I explained to her that I really need that dime. My car is broken down. I'm already late. I'm so sorry. I don't usually get like this, and...
Sir, you go ahead and cry. Let it out. Bell Telephone understands. Now, you say you've lost your dime, sir? I'm here for you. Bell Telephone is happy to give you a free call for that dime.
Oh, Miss Jones, I never hoped for anything like this.
Oh, absolutely.
Thank you, thank you.
Not at all, sir. Now just give me the number you want to call. Hello?
Miss, I'm basically a donkey, but that operator has me beat. I mean, she collected my dime before she even finished giving me the number. I don't have it.
Oh, it's all right, sir. All you need to do is give me the party's name again.
Oh, right, yes. It's George Naplin. I mean with a K, like in knife.
I caught that. I have that number for you, sir.
Yes, yes.
It is 619-9219.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Now, don't you hang up, sir. Just let me dial that number for you, and your party will be on the line for you just as soon as they pick up. This is a recording. That number was either misdialed or is no longer in service. Please hang up and try again.
Oh, no.
Operator, well, could you help me place this call? There's someone there I really wanted to talk to. Thank you for your time, for you've been so much more than kind. And please don't take my dime. No, 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 no.
Mr. Marcus is at it once again in his beloved hair salon. The local women love going to see Mr. Marcus to get primped and pampered. He makes each of his clients feel so special and unique, and he truly tries to make them the best they can be. Today he's with three of his favorite lovely ladies, Rose, Avis, and Maxine, and he's giving them some very special attention. We present Mr. Marcus Works His Magic.
Give me a head with hair, long beautiful hair, shining, gleaming, streaming, flaxen, waxen. Give me down to their hair, shoulder length or longer. Here, baby, there, mama, everywhere, daddy, daddy, hair. Blow it, show it, long as I can grow in my hair.
Why, hello, Maxine. You're looking especially lovely today. I do believe that pixie cut was just the thing for you. You look so vibrant and alive.
So good to see you too, Mr. Marcus. Yes, I love how easy it is to take care of. I wash it and then a quick blow dry and I'm ready to go. Short of being bald, I think it's the easiest cut I could ever have.
Maxine, I'm thrilled that you love it so much. I hope the pixie will become one of your favorite styles and you'll never have to consider going bald.
Oh, of course I was joking. Wouldn't that be awful?
What's that, Maxine? I couldn't hear you under the dryer.
Nothing important, Rose. We were just saying how awful it would be to go bald.
Oh, my goodness, yes. Just imagine how dreadful that would be.
I can't think of anything more horrible than being bald. I do love my beautiful hair.
Ladies, please worry about nothing. It's the male species that needs to worry about baldness. Now, Rose, get back under the dryer or you'll never make your lunch date in time.
You're right, Mr. Marcus. I need to meet my bridge club in 1 hour. Please make sure I'm ready. In time, I'm being honored at a luncheon today for having the highest score this season. I've been working for this for over 20 years, and today it's finally all about me. Back I go.
Now, ladies, am I doing a touch-up today or should we just change it a little?
Tell me what you think I should do, Mr. Marcus. I always appreciate your input. You always bring out the best in me.
Well then, if you're open for something new, I have been working my magic once again. I have come up with a new conditioner that will make your hair so soft and manageable that you'll think you're 20 years old again. I'll do your regular touch-up and we'll add the new Mr. Marcus's Marvelous Magic. And you leave today with a bounce in your step and in your lovely locks.
Oh, that sounds perfect. You know, my hair has been so dry lately. A new conditioner is just what I need.
I want to try some too, Mr. Marcus. Can you add some to my wash and dry? I've noticed my hair is lacking something. It really needs more body, I think. And I better not have another perm right away.
Of course, my lovely ladies. You know I would do anything to make you happy. You are the soul of my existence.
Excuse me, Mr. Marcus. Is it time for me to come out from under the dryer yet? I don't want to be late for my luncheon.
Oh, my dear Rose, don't be so worried. I would never let you be late for your special luncheon. We need just another few minutes to be sure everything's perfect. I can smell the conditioner working and its special magic. Now scoot under the dryer again and I'll let you know when it's time.
Okay, I'm just so nervous and excited about my Bridge Club award. Back I go.
Now, my dears, where were we? Oh, yes. What can I possibly do for you today that would make you any more special than you already are?
Oh, Marcus, phooey. There you go, making us feel like we're the only women in the world.
Well, I sure don't mind that. Nobody even notices me at home. I'll continue to come here once a week for the rest of my life because there's no one that makes me feel more alive than you do, Mr. Marcus.
I've come to believe that making you all look your absolute best is my reason for being. Of course, I love your company as well.
We enjoy your company too, Mr. Marcus, but we also admire your creativity in making our hair something so special. I wouldn't know where to go if I didn't have this salon.
I agree. I wouldn't know where to go either. Not only do you keep us looking good, but we feel more modern coming to a salon like this, and you're always on the cutting edge of new ideas and hair products. Not to mention, you make your own special formulas. I mean, who else does that?
Oh my goodness, ladies, you're making me blush with all those heartfelt sentiments. I better get started on your hair, but please, let's continue this fascinating conversation about me. Maxine, start with you. Just a wash, magic conditioner, trim it under the dryer, you go.
Yes, just a quick little trim today, along with a wash and condition. I probably don't need to come here every day, every week, but it's a fun way to treat myself.
Yes, Maxine, it's important to continue to treat ourselves to the nicer things in life. Just because we're aging doesn't mean we have to give up everything that makes us feel good.
Aging? You too? Oh, please. You don't look a day over 30. That peaches and cream skin, those sparkling clear eyes, and those perfectly Botoxed lips. You ladies have it all. And today you will have that glossy, full body hair you deserve with the Mr. Marcus's marvelous magic. Okay, Maxine, you are done and ready to go under the dryer. Take the one in the back next to Rose, would you, my darling?
Oh, thank you, Mr. Marcus. I'll set the timer for 5 minutes so you can finish styling it.
That would be perfection, my dear. You set that for 5 minutes. Rose will be ready then too. Now, Avis, oh my, you were right about your hair being dry. It's screaming for my new conditioner. Let me start with a soothing wash and I'll add the new magic in with the rinse. You'll be amazed at the difference you'll see and feel in your hair.
I hope so. It needed some kind of magic or something or other. It feels better already.
Oh yes, you'll see the difference in the texture immediately. And then in the next few minutes, more of the magic will release and alter your hair follicles. But first, we need to apply some heat for that to happen. You take the last dryer in the back just for a couple minutes. When the timer goes off, you'll be wishing you had done this a long time ago. Okay, off to the dryer.
Okay, Mr. Marcus. I'll set the timer for just 2 minutes. I'm so excited.
There now. I probably didn't time that very well since all the ladies will be done at the same time. But I'll do Rose first since she's got to get to her special luncheon and receive Bridge Player of the Year award. Then I'll finish Maxine, then Avis. What a wonderful day. Then seeing all my favorite ladies. Oh my goodness, Now it's time to let my beautiful ladies come back to see themselves in a mirror and tell me how wonderful my Mr. Marcus's magic is. And now, ladies, when you come out, you'll be so surprised and thankful for all my efforts.
Show it, long as I can grow with my hair.
This for the next one, do we?
Drinking beer, cabaret, we was having fun. Until one night I thought him right, now he's on the run. Oh, lay that pistol down, babe, lay that pistol down. Pistol packing mama, lay that pistol down. I kicked out his windshield, I hit him over the head. He cussed and cried and said I lied and I wish that he was dead. Oh, lay that pistol down, babe, lay that pistol down. Pistol packing mama, lay that pistol down. Drinking beer in a cabaret, he was dancing with a blonde. Until one night a shot of light, bang, that blonde was gone. Oh, lay that pistol down, babe, lay that pistol down. Pistol packing mama, lay that pistol down. I see you every night, babe, I woo you every day. If you'll be my regular daddy, I'll give the gun away. Oh, lay that pistol down, babe, lay that pistol down. Pistol packing mama, lay that pistol down. Lay that pistol down, babe, lay that pistol down. Pistol packing mama, lay that pistol down. Bang!
Good evening. I'm Jane Reed, and this is 60 Seconds. Our next news story focuses on the state of our local hospitals and their inability to meet the demands of higher volume of ailing patients. I have Nurse Joyce with me today. She's the head nurse of the emergency room at Newmarket General Hospital. Thank you for being with us today, Nurse Joyce. I know you're a very busy woman at Newmarket General.
Yes, I am. We nurses are always busy. We have a great responsibility to take care of all those who enter our hospital.
Are you feeling there's more injuries and illnesses today? Or is it just that there's so many more people in the Newmarket area than there were 20 years ago?
Well, I'm not really sure where the increase stems from, but I do know that people tend to overuse the ER when they could probably take care of themselves in the comfort of their own homes. There are videos on YouTube now that you can watch and give yourself home treatment. Everything from stitching up your own wounds to resetting the broken bone. I mean, come on, people, can't you thread a needle? I would highly recommend that people refer to these alternatives on YouTube. It could save them thousands of dollars and a lot of time at the emergency room.
Well, I had not heard of these doing-it-yourself treatments. I'll have to check out these new YouTube videos. Do you really feel it's safe for people to take care of these types of injuries on their own?
Oh yes, YouTube is the way to go, and it's probably safer than driving in your car to the emergency room. I mean, you could get in an accident on your way there. It's always better to stay home and do it yourself.
Well, Thank you, Nurse Joyce, for giving us your perspective and enlightening us on these and other upcoming health alternatives. It's hard to keep up with new medical trends, and we appreciate you taking the time to share the information with us today. This is Jane Reed reporting for 60 Seconds.
The emergency room at any hospital can be a chaotic scene. There needs to be competent personnel on board to make sure it runs smoothly and efficiently. There is usually a long wait, and the patients must be moved along quickly so the next patient can get checked in. Here we are at the local hospital emergency room, where filling out the patient report correctly is taking high priority. Presenting emergency.
Help, I need somebody. Help, not just anybody. Help, you know I need someone. Help, when I was younger, so much younger than today, I never needed anybody's help in any way. But now those days are gone, I'm not so self-assured. Now I find I changed my mind and opened up the door. Help me if you can, I'm feeling down. And I do appreciate your being round. Help me get my feet back on the ground. Oh, won't you please, please help me, help me, help me. Ooh.
Nurse, is this the emergency room?
Yep.
Oh, well, I've been in an accident and I've broken my arm and I wonder if you could help me.
You say you were in an accident?
Yes, do you think I could sit down?
Yeah, sure. Pull over a chair. You'd probably be more comfortable.
Oh, 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 oh.
All settled now?
Yes, yes, thank you, you're very kind.
You're welcome. Now you say you broke your arm.
That's right.
Well, which arm?
This one, the one I'm holding on to.
Okay, now that would be your,
It's the left.
It's hard to tell sitting over here at an angle like this. Left arm, okay. And just how did you break that arm?
A car ran over it.
Ran over it. Sorry, I don't write real fast sometimes. Were you on foot?
Yes, that's how the car was able to run over my arm.
On foot. Okay. Did you happen to catch the plate number of that car?
No, I'm sorry, I missed it.
Missed it. Okay. And when?
Please hurry.
I'm going as fast as I can, miss. I have to make out this report. Where did this accident take place?
58th and Broadway. Do you think I could see a doctor now?
Miss, I have to fill out a report before you see the doctor. It's in the list of rules and regulations, miss.
I'm just a troublemaker, I'm sorry.
And who recommended this hospital to you?
The cop that picked me up, he said it was the nearest hospital.
Well, he was right. He must have been one of the smart ones.
Oh.
Now, how do you know for sure your arm is broken?
Well, for one thing, I can see the bone sticking out.
Can I just take a peek at that arm? Yes, that's broken all right. Do you have your own doctor? Miss, hello? Oh, hi. Do you have your own doctor?
Oh, I'm sorry, I must have passed out for a minute.
That's all right. Do you have your own doctor?
Yes, I do.
Did you call him?
No, because I can't reach him outside of his office hours, and those are from 1 to 3.
Well, is your doctor connected with this hospital?
I really don't know. I'm sorry, nurse. I apologize. I know what I'm putting you through.
I have a list of the doctors connected with this hospital, miss. Would you recognize his name if you heard it?
Yes, I know my doctor's name.
Oh, well, what is it?
Dr. Francis Karloff.
Oh, well, he's not connected with this hospital. We prefer not to take business away from private doctors. And
Can't you make an exception in this case? I'm really in desperate pain. I mean, this is an emergency room. I'm really in great agony.
name, what's your name?
Audrey Levine.
Is that spelled like Levene? No matter. What's your address?
1/6th Avenue,
What city?
New York. Nurse, are you angry at me?
No, I'm not angry.
Yes, you are. You're angry.
The rules state that I have to complete this report whether you're in agony or not. I don't make the rules, and you're holding things up and making that man who came in here after you just wait that much longer. Just use mine.
Which man?
See the guy in the front row in that green shirt?
The one that's banging his fist on the arm of the chair?
Yeah, I'm no doctor, but I do think his right foot is supposed to be pointed in that direction.
I'm sorry.
It'll only take a little longer if you can just stop whining.
I don't mean to make trouble, but it's sore and it hurts.
I only work here, you know.
It's just the pain speaking. I'm sorry.
Do you prefer a private or semi-private?
Whatever you have.
I need to see your insurance card.
Oh, I don't happen to have it with me.
You don't have your Blue Cross card with you?
No, I don't. See, I didn't know when I left the house this morning that.
Do you have any cash?
I may have $5 or $6.
Well, that won't be enough.
Well, I can get cash in a very short amount of time, maybe 2 hours at the most.
Okay. Why don't you just leave and come back in a few hours?
I'm in unbelievable pain, nurse.
We're open all night, you know.
Well, just let me write you a check.
Oh, no, no, no. We don't take checks after banking hours. We've been burned before.
And I said I could get the cash in the morning.
If you're really in so much pain, why don't you just grab a cab and go over to City Hospital?
Oh, please, please don't send me over to City Hospital. I beg you. Please, not the City Hospital.
City Hospital is not all that bad. They have some of the best medical students in the world there. A lot of doctors, a lot of patients, after they run out of money, go over there, and none of them ever come back.
But you can't turn me away like this. It's not decent. Where's your humanity? My arm is broke. I'm in terrible pain and about to pass out again. I'm a very sick woman.
Yes, I know, but if we let every sick and ailing person who comes in off the street get treatment just because they're in pain, well, that's no way to run a hospital.
someone help.
It's time now to take you back to the 1940s with a glimpse at the volatile relationship of John and Blanche Bickerson. This popular radio show features the hardworking John Bickerson, who can barely get any sleep between working his 2 full-time jobs, and he's so dead tired, he falls asleep at the drop of a hat. His wife Blanche is a demanding shrew who loves playing the stock market and spending money on extravagant clothing. In the few hours he has to sleep, she heckles him with the accusation that he doesn't love her. Today she wants the new wallpaper put up, and he needs to be to work on time. Here we are with John and Blanche at home in their kitchen, presenting the Bickersons.
Love and marriage go together like a horse and carriage. This I tell you, brother, you can't have one, you can't have none, you can't have one without the other. No, sir.
I just don't understand how 2 people can dirty so many dishes. It seems like I just get through one stack and there's another. I tell you, John Bickerson, I'm not going to stand for it much longer. Every one of my friends has a maid come in at least once a week. And John Bickerson, how can you fall asleep at the breakfast table?
I'm so tired, Blanche. Just give me 5 more minutes.
That's just an excuse. Did you ever see that sweet young couple next door? Now there's a husband for you. He waits on her hand and foot.
He's an idiot.
On Monday, he washes dishes with her. On Tuesday, he cleans the silver with her. On Wednesday, he irons clothes with her. And guess what he does on Thursday?
I would imagine he probably mops the floor with her.
He does not.
Yeah, well, he should. Listen, Blanche, I got enough problems of my own, and I don't need to get involved with the neighbors or anything that they do, okay?
I can't even get you to do the simplest chore.
Yeah, I do plenty around here.
I begged you to get that electric orange juicer fixed, but did you ever get it fixed? No.
I didn't have to. Fixed it myself.
How could you have fixed it? It needed a new motor.
Yeah, well, I hooked it up to the vacuum cleaner.
The vacuum cleaner? Does it work?
Oh, it works fine, except that it sucks up all the juice and then it spits into your face, but yeah, what do you want, you know?
Relax. I'll have your breakfast ready in a minute.
Don't bother. That oatmeal that I ate was plenty. I don't want any more.
Oatmeal? What oatmeal?
What kind
Where'd
of
you get oatmeal?
What kind of a question is that, Blanche? It was right on top of the stove. I ate the whole pot. It was good.
That wasn't oatmeal. That was wallpaper paste.
Wallpaper paste. Oh, no, Blanche.
You promised to wallpaper the bathroom this morning.
Wallpaper paste? Oh, my God.
So now how you gonna put the paper up?
I'll lick it in place, okay? How can you worry about called wallpaper when I'm probably going to be dying from poison over here? God.
It's just flour and water. Go take an antidote and I'll whip you up a nice omelet.
I'm not hungry anymore.
Don't be like that, John. I got the powdered eggs on.
Oh.
Now all I have to do is chop the turnips and peel the frog's legs.
No. You are not feeding me slimy frog's legs. No.
Come on, just taste it.
I don't want any of those green eggs either.
That's stuffed cabbage. I got the recipe from my mother.
Really? I'm not surprised. It looks like your mother.
What did you say?
Nothing, Blanche. I'm just getting tired of all these stupid, outlandish dishes that you keep making for me.
Like what?
Well, like that rhubarb pie that you made yesterday.
What was the matter with it?
Well, who ever heard of a pie 2 feet long?
Well, I couldn't get any shorter rhubarb.
Let's have an understanding, okay, Blanche? I hate rhubarb, And stop making those 7-layer broccoli cakes and that stuff that you call pea soup. Oh,
I never made pea soup in my life. It's good, healthy possum broth.
you call that good?
Yes, good, healthy possum broth. Just because I use a little imagination in my cooking is no reason for you to pick on me.
Yeah. I'm not picking, Blanche.
Why don't you just come out and say it, John? You hate my cooking.
I don't hate it. I really don't hate it, Blanche. I just don't understand it.
You hate it. I tell you.
I tell you that I don't hate it. I don't. I really don't.
You do. You do. You do.
No, I don't. You mind if I go to work now?
I don't care what you do, since the wallpaper won't get put up this morning, but finish buttoning your shirt.
Well, wish you hadn't used it for wiping the dishes.
Well, you shouldn't have hung it on the towel rack.
Why, you made me sleep in the kitchen, didn't you? And that rack was close by, so I hung it up there.
Well, I didn't know my sister Clara was coming to spend the night, and I can't help it if we only have one bedroom. Fold up your cuffs.
I don't want to fold up my cuffs. It shows all the holes in my socks. Well, sure is nice sleeping on a small cot in the kitchen. It's just wonderful.
Oh, don't be such a whiner.
There's not enough room in here to swing a cat.
You leave the cat out of
I
this.
never touched the cat. Don't worry.
There's plenty of room in here.
No, there is not.
Listen, there is too. If you put that bread box and that little table on top of the refrigerator, the canary cage on top of the water cooler, and put the stove in the pantry, there'd be plenty of room for the cot between the sink and the cat's sandbox.
You know what? I tried all that. Cot's too short, my head lopped over in the sink, and that damn leaky faucet gave me an all-night shampoo.
Anyway, Clara's gone now. You won't have to sleep in the kitchen tonight.
Fine, thank you.
I feel terrible about her leaving before even having any breakfast.
You don't need to give her any breakfast, Blanche. She was in here 14 times last night to get a snack.
I don't believe you.
Well, she did. She had that refrigerator door open so much I woke up with frostbitten feet. That's good. The woman eats like a damn boa constrictor.
Clara doesn't eat because she wants to. It's because she's trying to get rid of her heartburn.
That doesn't even make sense. Where are my shoes? Where are my shoes?
You're wearing them. You're a fine one to talk about other people stuffing themselves. You can't even see your own feet anymore. Now, do you want this frog omelet or not?
No, I don't. Look at my pants. You shouldn't have used them for a pot holder, Blanche.
Why not? That's what you use them for.
Hey, you leave my pot out of this. I might have a little flabber on my middle, but you know what? I don't eat like your fat sister.
Stop calling her fat. Clara has a serious medical problem.
Yeah, right.
The doctor says she has septimore with an overactive gland.
Really? Well, at least some part of her is active. She's like she was just condemned, for God's sakes.
If you say one more word against my sister, I'll never talk to you again as long as I live.
Really? I wish you wouldn't tempt me like that.
You'll pay for that one, John Bickerson.
I know it.
You've been tearing down my family since the first day we were married. Never a kind word about any of them.
That's not true. Don't I inquire about the state of your rich uncle's health every day of the week?
You sure do, and every day you say, is that old goat dead yet?
Well, is he?
No, and when he does pass on, he won't leave you a damn penny.
Yeah, well, I might be broke, but I don't want his cooking money, okay? I always wondered how he could travel around Europe on a bank janitor's salary.
He isn't a bank janitor at all. How do you think he got his title?
Got his title? What title?
You know as well as I do, he was knighted for his operations in the stock market.
Oh, really?
It was the black market, and he wasn't knighted, he was indicted.
Well, whatever it was, he made a lot of money. And that reminds me,
Yeah.
I need some money for a new dress.
Oh, really? I can't give you any money this week.
That's what you said last week.
Yes, I did, and I kept my word, didn't I? Anyway, Blanche, you don't need a new dress.
I've been wearing that same old rag for 2 years, and I'm ashamed to go out in public anymore.
Are you? Well, just stay in the house.
Wherever I go, women whisper behind my back, "There goes Bickerson's wife. Look how she's dressed."
Yeah, well, look how I'm dressed, and I'm Bickerson.
What's that supposed to mean?
It's very simple, Blanche. It means I'm barely making enough money to keep body and soul together. And we don't have any extra money for fancy clothes, okay? I got one decent pair of pants. I got one decent shirt. I'm working 2 jobs, back to back, 6 days a week. And on the 7th day, you wash these clothes and it starts all over again.
But there's always plenty of money for your precious bourbon.
Oh, hey, stop that again. I never spent a penny on that stuff.
Oh, not much. The whole house is full of empty bottles. Where did they come from if you didn't buy them?
I never bought an empty bottle in my life.
Well, why don't you get rid of them?
I gotta get out of here, Blanche. It's getting late.
Answer me, John. Why are you so attached to a bunch of dead bourbon bottles?
Well, it's I don't know if you'll understand. It's an emotional thing for me, Blanche. I was with them when they passed away. Goodbye, Blanche.
How can you go off to work every morning just saying, "Goodbye, Blanche"? Is that any way for a married man to act?
Guess what? I'm not acting.
I'll say you're not. Take a lesson from your friend across the hall, John. Not one single morning goes by he doesn't shower Louise with
I
affection.
don't have any friends across the hall.
He wouldn't dream of leaving the house without kissing her goodbye. Why don't you do that?
Okay. Call her up, tell her I'll be right over.
Love and marriage go together like a horse and carriage. This I tell you, brother, you can't have one, you can't have none, you can't have one without the other. No, sir.
It's been a year since we've been in the tumbleweed town of Dusty Gulch, Texas. Miss Lacey is still running the Cactus Juice Saloon, and the sheriff is still trying to keep order in this often out-of-order town. The last time we saw Lefty, the bank robbing cowboy, he was being dragged off to jail with his new love, Susanna, the showgirl. He spent the next 6 months behind bars, but Susanna was lucky enough to have her charges dropped as an accomplice. After being released from jail, they decided to head back to Dusty Gulch and make amends for their wrongdoings. Lefty had become quite the card shark and was making pretty good money at it. Let's see what happens to Susanna and Lefty as they start their new life together. We present Know When to Fold 'Em.
You got to know when to hold 'em, know when to fold 'em, know when to walk away, and know when to run. You never count your money. When you're sitting at the table, there'll be time enough for counting when the dealing's done.
Well, Lefty, here we are back in our beloved Dusty Gulch. Oh, my, how I've missed being here. I didn't realize how much I love this beautiful town.
Beautiful, like a horse's padooch, Suzanne. Little might be right by saying Dusty Gulch is beautiful. Just don't set right. It's looking like a ghost town right about now, and it's so dry I'm spitting cotton.
Well, in my eyes, it's beautiful, and this is my home, and I haven't seen it in almost a year. I've really missed it.
I know you have, Susanna. I sure do appreciate you waiting for me. We had some tough times here in Dusty Gulch, but we're back here to set things right again.
Oh, Lefty, do you think we can? Do you really think we can make a go of it and stay here in Dusty Gulch?
I believe deep in my heart that this will be our home, Susanna. We'll buy that little ranch outside of town and get some horses and some cattle, and we'll make a clean start.
Oh, Lefty, I knew you were the man for me as soon as I laid eyes on you all those months ago. I love being a showgirl, but I've always dreamed of having a home of my own.
Well, that's what we're going to do, Susanna. I just need win a few more card games so we can buy that little ranch and settle down. And maybe there'll even be a few little lefties in the future.
One can dream, Lefty, yes, one can dream.
Look, Susanna, there's the Cactus Juice Saloon right up ahead. Let's go let Miss Lacey know we're back in town.
Okay, here goes nothing. Wow, would you look at this place? Miss Lacey sure has done some work to this old watering hole. There's a new piano, and look over there, Lefty, a poker room. She sure has made this place look shiny and new.
I can't believe my eyes. Is that you, Susanna? And Lefty? I surely didn't expect to see you two back in these parts anytime soon.
Howdy, ma'am. Sure glad to see you in this old saloon.
Hello, Lacey. It's really nice to see you again. I guess you didn't get my letter that I sent you telling we were coming to town.
Nope, sure didn't, Susanna. But that doesn't surprise me with the way we've been getting mail these days. Pony mail comes but once a week. Anyway, here you are.
Why, yes, here we are. Say, Lacey, this place looks mighty fine with the new piano and poker room. Do you have enough girls these days? I mean, I'm available if you could see your way to hiring me. I wouldn't expect what I was making before, but I sure would appreciate it if you'd give me something to get me back on my feet.
As a matter of fact, I could use another girl tonight. Can you be here at 6 to get started? You know the routine.
Oh, my goodness. Yes, I can. I surely can. Thank you so much, Lacey. I won't disappoint you, I promise.
I hope not, Susanna. I don't want any trouble here. It looks like you and Lefty are really trying to make a clean go of it. Everyone deserves a second chance. Please don't make me regret it.
You sure won't regret it, Lacey. It's mighty kind of you to have faith in us. I'll come in with Susanna and keep myself busy playing poker. Can't get in trouble playing poker.
Well, that's fine and dandy, Lefty. Don't be surprised if the sheriff shows up for a hand or two tonight as well. Since we put in our new poker room, he's been coming around about every Friday night.
I'm meaning to make things right with the sheriff now that I've done my time in jail. I want him to know that I'm a changed man. I just took a bad turn, that's all. No more, though. I'm on the straight and narrow.
Good to hear, Lefty. We'll see you both here tonight, then. I'll make sure you get into the poker game.
Well, thank you, Lacey. I sure am grateful.
Come on now, Lefty. We need to get a room, and I need to get busy cleaning myself up for my first night back on the job.
Howdy, Miss Lacey. Do we have a poker game set for tonight?
We sure do, Sheriff, and you won't believe who you be playing with.
Why, Lacey, do you think it's a good idea for you to be joining the men at poker? I wouldn't recommend you playing. It can be a rough game.
Oh, me? No, Sheriff, not me. It's none other than Lefty. He and Susanna just arrived back in town this afternoon. They claim to be starting fresh and want us to know they don't want any trouble.
Well, trouble seems to follow Lefty wherever he goes. I'll be keeping an eye out, Miss Lacey. And by the way, we've got Amos Tibbs coming in to play poker tonight. I want to be ready for that one. He's got quite the reputation over in Austin County. He must have caught wind of our new poker room. News travels fast.
Well, I'll be. We haven't seen Amos Tibbs in these parts for quite a few years, Sheriff. He always was a good card player, and the ladies had eyes for him. Why, I even remember Amos and Susanna had a thing going there for a while. Should be an interesting night, Sheriff.
Sure enough, Miss Lacy. We'll be ready for whatever comes our way.
Later that evening at the Cactus Juice Saloon, Lacey is busy tending the bar. Out back in the poker room, things are getting heated as Lefty is winning big. The sheriff arrives with Amos Tibbs to play a few hands and check up on Lefty.
I heard you were back in town, Lefty. There best be no trouble brewing. Amos Tibbs and I are here to play just a few hands of poker and make sure everything is on the up and up.
Well, if it isn't old Lefty the card shark. I heard you was headed this way, and I've come back to win all the money that you've taken from me.
Oh, hello there, Amos. Now, I won that all fair and square. You know I did. No need to be a sore loser.
Really, fair and square, is that right, Lefty? I don't believe you won everything fair and square, and you know what? I plan on winning it all back tonight.
Okay, boys, no trouble now in the Cactus Juice. We have ladies present, and there'll be no brawling tonight.
Oh,
No, sir, Sheriff. I don't want any trouble. Miss Susanna and I just got back to town and we want to start a new life together. Why, I'm going to ask for her hand as soon as I have enough money saved to buy that little ranch we dreamed of.
Okay then, Lefty. That's what I want to hear. You've changed your ways, and maybe you can make a respectable woman of Miss Susanna.
Miss Susanna, huh? That would be Susanna Wilkerson?
Why, yes, that's my little woman. You know her, Amos?
I ought to know her. She's my wife. She ran off with some bank robber a year ago, and I haven't seen her since. She's always following the money, that one. And she's as crooked as a hind leg on a dog. And I'll tell you what, Lefty, we'll put all in, and if you win tonight, Susanna is all yours. Fair and square, you could keep.
Oh, wait a minute, Amos. I had no idea Susanna was married. She never told me none of that.
Right.
We spent the last 6 months making our way back across Texas to get here to buy a ranch and get hitched. I've been saving up, and I already have $1,000 I needed to buy that ranch. Why, Susanna was out there working with Miss Lacy.
Well, boys, looks like we've got ourselves a situation here. Miss Lacy tells me that Susanna never showed up tonight. Someone saw her getting on the 6 o'clock stagecoach to Dallas.
Yep. That sounds like my Susanna, and this ain't my first rodeo with her. She'd steal the nickels off a dead man's eyes, that one. She'd probably got that $1,000 that you've been saving, Lefty.
Well, she sure had me, dude. I got a good mind to chase that stagecoach. I'll show Susanna you don't dupe old Lefty here.
Oh, hold on there, Lefty. I know you're feeling chewed up, spit out, and stomped on, but you need to keep your head about you. What's that old saying? What goes around comes around. She'll get hers.
Sure as heck, Lefty. Don't go digging up more snakes than you can kill now. If I've learned anything from Susanna, it's knowing when to hold them and when to fold them.
You got to know when to hold 'em, know when to fold 'em, know when to walk away, and know when to run. You never count your money. When you're sitting at the table, there'll be time enough for counting when the dealing's done.
Were you ever planning a must-go trip and seeing airline fares that sounded like the NASA budget? So you looked around and found an airline that promised reasonable fares and great customer service. But when you were ready to board, there might be a surprise or two in store.
Give me a ticket for an airplane, ain't got time to baby just wrote me a letter. I don't care how much money I gotta spend. Got to get back to my baby again. Lonely days are gone, I'm a-going home. My baby just wrote me a letter. My baby just wrote me a letter.
Good afternoon, sir. Welcome to No Frills Airlines. How can I help you today?
Well, I'd like to purchase a round-trip ticket to Tampa, Florida, please.
All right, let's see what's on our schedule here. Yes, we have a flight leaving in 2 hours. Would
2
you like
hours,
that?
good.
Would you like to book that one?
Yes, I would, please.
Okay,
Oh, here's my credit card and my photo ID.
right, thank you. Now, have you flown with our airline before?
With this airline, no.
Do you have any luggage you need to have checked in?
I do have one large suitcase and it's already been checked in.
Well, let me read you our policy on luggage handling.
Okay?
We do not charge you a standard fee for luggage handling,
Oh, good.
but we do hold on to your credit card. If at the end of your flight, there is only minimal damage to your luggage, like small scratches, there will be an additional charge of $15.
Oh, come on.
If it is stained, torn, or punctured, we only charge $10.
Really? I can't wait to hear what I get for $5.
Excuse me, sir, I was not through talking.
Oh,
I was trying to tell you that if we lose your luggage completely, there will be a lost luggage finder's fee of $75, even if we never find it.
even if you never find it. You gotta be kidding me, right? That's outrageous.
Not really. We have to pay the crew that searches all around for the missing luggage.
Really? That's your policy? Your policy stinks. It reeks. That's French for stinks, in case you didn't know that. What are my options? There's gotta be some options in there for me to choose from.
Says who? There is no law about that. It's simply our policy. Now make a note of this. As an additional service to our customers, we provide you with juice, water, or soda.
Oh, whoopee.
And there's only a minimal fee of $2.50 a cup or 75 cents if you want ice.
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Come on.
And here's some good news for you. Our coffee is free all day today.
Oh, whoopee.
And you can choose a paper cup for just $2.50 or a long-lasting plastic cup embossed with our No Frills Airline logo.
Terrific.
It's a beautiful souvenir of your trip, and I highly recommend it.
Yeah.
And it's only $12.75. Now, cream and sugar are still only $1.25 each. And of course, for those low prices, you have to go to the kitchen and get it yourself.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I think I'll just walk over there to that cafe and drink a cup of coffee right here before I even get on the plane. You could keep your cheap coffee.
As you like, sir. In any case, you'll probably want to use a lavatory during your flight. Lavatory is French for bathroom.
Yeah.
And of course, we don't really have bathtubs in there.
So what is your point?
We have a fee for $5 going into that little room, even if you only wash your hands. Now, the airline has to purchase any and all water used on the plane, whether it's used for washing, drinking, or flushing.
What? What?
And because you're not a first-class passenger, if you're spotted using their private men's room, you'll be fined $500.
$500 just because the sign says first class on the door? You're fooling with me, aren't you? You're just pulling my leg. You're so funny you should be a stand-up comic.
Why, thank you, sir. I actually considered that. But I take my position here very seriously, and you should too.
Oh, I do.
Now, will you be traveling with any children under the age of 3? Because if you are, we must impose a $75 crying and screaming fee, also known as irritation charge.
No, no children. And nobody crying except maybe me after you add up all these stupid additional charges.
Now, will you be bringing any carry-on luggage with you?
Yes. I have this bag right down here by my
Okay,
feet.
right
You
up
want to
here.
check it out?
I have to take some
Don't
measurements.
take anything out of it either.
Now, this may be stored only in the compartment above your head. The minimum cost for storage is $15. Now, this measures, got it. That will be an additional $60.
Are you out of your mind? I mean, really?
Sir, I don't set the fees, I only inform you of them.
Well, let me inform you of something, okay? It's my turn now. You are a total wacky nutcase.
May I point out that saying nasty things to me can bring you a huge fine. Now, shall I continue?
I'm sorry.
Shall I continue?
This Florida meeting can't start without me, so let's get this all done and over with and give me my ticket.
Okay, your total ticket price so far comes to $967.25.
So far, that's what she said, so far. So there's more. Good, because I don't want to cheat this wonderful airline of yours.
Well, it's not really my airline, sir, but
Yeah.
I'm working on that.
Yeah.
Did you see I was chosen agent of the month in October? Did you see my picture hanging outside the men's room?
It's inside the men's room. And it's hard to tell a Jew with all that stuff written across your face. How come you're not wearing any name tag?
Well, I just have one more payment to make, and then they're supposed to send one to me. Now, sir, the cost of your flight, including incidentals and special fees.
Wait, just stop right there. I thought you had everything already figured in there.
Not quite.
Ah, jeez.
There will be an electrical energy charge, which covers the overhead reading light of your seat, a $25 pilot fee, a $15 co-pilot fee,
Oh,
and a $50 safe landing fee, which will be returned to you if things don't go well when your plane is headed down for a landing in Tampa.
don't go well. Is that what you said? Don't go well? What does that mean? No, don't even tell me. I don't want to hear it. You also charge extra for the wannabe stewardess that stands at the back of the plane while I'm leaving and saying, "Thank you for flying with us."
Oh, and if you need to use the overhead call button to summon the real stewardess, that costs $15 plus additional energy fees.
Oh, of course. There's probably an emergency fee in there somewhere too, right?
Now, don't get ahead of me. I didn't get to that yet. We also charge minimal printing fees for things like instruction cards telling you what to do in case of an emergency in the
I
air.
know what to do.
Your seat can be used as a flotation device if we land in water.
That's nice to know.
That costs $25 in cash. If you later return the same seat in the original condition, along with your original receipt, we'll mail you a credit voucher for your next flight with us.
My next flight. Is that what you said, my next flight?
I almost forgot. Do you need change for a $5? Our emergency drop-down air masks are cash activated, and they only accept $1 bills.
Well, I got 2 $1 bills on me, and I assume that the second one won't be necessary.
Oh, wow, look at this, will you?
Oh,
The airline has just waived the usual $25 arrival on time fee,
yay.
plus the usual $5 overhead to air circulation.